Hello, everybody. I'm Romanski, and welcome to We're Getting Naked. Today, we have somebody special on the podcast. Never talked to somebody like this person before, so I'm very, very interested to talk to her. Her name is Domiziana De Fulvio from Italy. Domi, thank you so much for being on the podcast. Again, very excited. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into what you're doing now, and is there something that you're working on right now that's interesting that you can talk about, and then we'll get into it.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. And I am an intimacy coordinator in Italy, and so I am working on different set in Italy. Some of that are Italian productions, and another one is US production. And so this is my principal activity now.
Yes. Wait, so you're working on an Italian production and an American production.
Yes, because I have the saga of accreditation, so that permit me to work also with the American production or UK production, because in Italy is not whole production request for intimacy coordinators, but just all very amazing directors and the cast members, of course,
Right.
request for that. Or in other case, the platform, also Italian projects, but products by Netflix or HBO or Amazon, they request for intimacy coordinator on set.
What is your like when you are going up for a job, do you find that for example, Italian directors are happy if they're like, oh, we have this big sex scene or we have this makeout scene? Are the directors like, oh, great, we have an intimacy coordinator here? Or they are some of them like, why are they here? And are the actors the same way?
It depends. Depends of I think the background of the directors, and also it's the same for the cast members.
Right.
For now, I worked with very great directors, and uh, they were very grateful and happy to work together. Also, because it's not just also to prepare together
Right.
for example, the choreography of the intimate scene, no? Because when
Yeah.
we prepare the simulated sex, it's at the work of the stunt coordinator, and
Right.
the final
It's
goal
different
is,
sense.
yeah, the
Yes. Yeah.
final goal is we need to believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That's
uh,
that's why it's so interesting to me because you're like, it must be weird because I've been on many a sets both as an actor and a writer and stuff, and I never worked with an intimacy coordinator. But I would imagine I've read some articles of some actors going like, I don't like it because it's like I got to show the intimacy coordinator where I'm putting my hands. The actress has to show me where she's putting hers. We all have to be okay with that. But it sounds like a little to me. It sounds a little bit like you're taken out of the moment of the scene, possibly because you're going like, what can I do? What can I do? Can you yell cut over the director as well? Like if you see that someone's uncomfortable, like how does all that work?
but usually this job, this preparation start before the day of the shooting, and
Right?
it's very important to have a good preparation, because the first step is, of course, read the script and
Right?
then speak with the director and to know her or his vision about that, because
Right? Right?
sometimes we read they have sex. Okay, where, how,
Right.
What is the level of the nudity,
Right.
partial,
Right.
integral. So we know more information about the division of the director
Yeah.
to do mediator work then with the cast members and to know how they imagine the scene, and
Right.
then is the mediation or on the preparation about that. So the final job is to arrive the day of the shooting where all people know how we are shooting, and so
Right.
all people are comfortable and in a safe space, because we request for the closed set, and so all people that are involved are safe and also enjoyable, happy to do
Yeah. Yeah.
that.
But there's like very little, when you're on set with like lines and dialogue, and sometimes even doing like, physical stuff. There's improv, right? There's stuff that you do that's not in the script that the other actor plays off of too. But you can't really improv in like these sex scenes where you're like, well, we didn't talk about that. Like, we didn't talk about having sex like that. We talked about having sex like this. But in the scene, sometimes you're like, well, I was feeling like doing like this instead of doing like this. It sounds like there's probably limited stuff like that where you're like, no, we didn't talk about having sex like this. We talked about it like this. Does that happen? And are people like,
You know, of course, you can change your boundaries, no? Every
right?
day, every moment, and this is very the mass of a concept in the
Yeah, yeah,
life, not only on set.
yeah, yeah.
And so, of course, during the preparation days, we fix some choreography, some boundaries, or not, some actions.
Right,
Of course, before um, the shooting, we have a short meeting, the consent check moment. So we repeat again. So it's okay for you touch
right.
your shoulders, and so, but because sometimes I don't know, you can have some also technical problems, no?
Yeah, yeah.
And and so we repeat again our boundaries.
Right, right.
So to again, the goal is to arrive in front of the camera in
Knowing what you're doing. There's no surprises for anybody.
yes, yes,
And then are you so you're on set, and so when you're doing the rehearsals, like who's on set during the rehearsals? Is it so the camera people have to be there too because they're going like, well, where's the camera angle? We can't show her breasts, we can't show his
mm-hmm.
penis, like we can't show any of that. So like who's in these meetings before you shoot, like to go over the scene? Like
No,
is
sorry.
the camera guys there?
There are a first moment, a technical results where the cast members are covered, and
Right,
so we explain the scene, the actions to the camera department.
right.
But usually in the inside the set during the close set, there are the operator, the cameraman,
Right.
and intimacy coordinator, the director, and the someone from the custom department
Right.
to cover immediately a cut the cast members.
Yeah.
But for example, and so of course also one person from sound department.
Right.
But
Right.
but it depends of the location, the actions, because in other case, for example, the director can stay out of the closet
Right.
to see on the monitor, and also the focus puller, for example, is
Right.
out,
Right.
and depends, no? All scene are different, so
Right, right.
we looking for a good situation in every different location or situations, and
Have you ever been on set where it's like, because I've been on set where we were doing like a kissing scene, like a simulated sex scene, where like the husband or the wife was like, I want to be there. And we're like, what the fuck? Why do you want to be? No, you can't be here. And like, we got into an argument with her. And I was like, you can't be here. It's closed set. And she's like, but I would feel more comfortable if I'm here. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, you
no,
can't be
it's
here.
very surreal.
No, I'm like, I don't want to watch my wife like, fake having sex with somebody like on the day. I'm like, I guess if it's in the movie, I'm gonna watch it and go like, yeah, they're acting. But like the Nicole Kidman story, right? Of shooting Baby Girl.
Hmm.
Did you hear what she said?
No.
So after she shot Baby Girls, like during all the press stuff, she said in articles that it's literally online, like that she's quoted as saying like, I started having too many orgasms, so I had to take a break. And I'm
During the
going
scene.
during the scene, and I'm going, are you supposed to be acting?
No, this is not very
It's not good
no. Also for
for anybody.
that, we use the modesty. I don't like the modesty the name modesty, but the garments, the barrier,
Right.
uh, to, to
Minimize the
yes, also
yeah.
to block, to stop, cioè sorry.
No, no, no.
So
So they can't. So the
the
feeling is
genitals area
yeah,
doesn't touch
yeah. Skin to skin.
the
There's no skin to
yes,
skin. Yeah.
but that it's a very very important.
Right.
Uh,
I don't know if
yes,
Nicole was wearing. It sounds like she didn't want to wear it because that's crazy to me.
yeah, see,
I mean,
yes.
she's quoted as saying that, and then she got divorced. She's getting divorced now. I'm going like, well, I don't think it helped that you said you were,
No, no,
orgasming on set,
no, no.
which must have been
It's not good, and also for this reason, it's important that the cast members, the performance, wear the garments.
right.
Uh, also, also for hygiene issues.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very important.
I
Yeah.
was dying when I read that. I was like, first of all, why are you saying this? Second of all, like, what? You're supposed to be acting.
Yes, in that the U.S. people are the U.S. directors and the production are very prepared about that. For example, when
Yeah.
some months ago I worked with U.S. director, and he
You can just whisper his name. Well, I'm just
no,
kidding.
I don't remember,
No.
but it's a TV series for the BS, for the national TV. Now I don't
Right.
remember. It's a FBI International, like some that, and he was incredible because he knew very very well every steps. So and he was very careful that all people respect
Right,
that
right, right.
steps. And for me, it was very grateful, but also for the performance. And I
Yeah.
think also for the crew, because also we
Yeah,
spoke
of course.
and we, of course, also my role were to like to protect also the
Yep.
performance, but I think it's also very important to respect the crew, no?
Yeah. It's good to hear that Americans are being good boys and girls over in Italy because I think we have a bad reputation for some of our American directors being, not so
Yeah.
good. So it's nice to
But
hear.
maybe now a lot of people learn
You
the
would
lesson.
think. you would think. It's yes, that's what I was going to ask. It's like, what, do you notice a big difference between like working, you know, on set in Italian productions in comparison to American productions? What are the, do you notice big differences in like how
Uh,
people, I
the,
guess, treat sex and like nudity? Because
mhm,
I think
mhm.
here it's going backwards. Like you don't see anybody naked anymore. Like in a sex scene, women are in bras and men are like in their shirts, and you're going like, I don't, I don't know anybody that has sex in a t-shirt and a bra. Like it's very strange like, in America. And then you see a film in Europe, you're like, the nudity's everywhere, and it's great. Like even on billboards, and I'm like, here it's gone backwards. Like it's like more clothes.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but I
It's
think
crazy.
the US directors are more familiar with
Right,
this stuff, no? Because they work a lot with the intimacy coordinators,
right, right,
and also because this rule was introduced before than
right.
In Europe. Um, in
It was introduced first. Sorry, it was introduced first in the United States or
Yes,
in Europe.
yes, immediately after the Me Too.
Yeah, that
Uh,
makes sense. I mean, because I think a lot. Yeah,
yes, and
yeah,
in Italy, 2 years later, maybe also four,
right.
and for
Or
and so uh, here they some Italian or European maybe directors sometimes they are scary because they think that we block their vision.
yeah,
So my now uh, my work on set
yeah,
and
yeah.
on production is to explain that is
Right, right,
but it is not our mission, but it's to to give them the opportunity to show and to exprime their vision in a safe way.
right, right, right. Where I'm sure
Mm,
that's difficult for American, at least at least from my experience, it's like, no, they're gonna go on set, they're gonna have sex, like it's sex scene. They're just gonna have sex, like the way an actor and an actress would have sex. We'll talk about it amongst themselves, but like when I yell action, I don't want it to be like this, like very coordinated
yeah, yeah.
scene,
So they
which I
sometimes
get.
have this as not improvisation, but it's the same. I repeat, it's like
Yeah,
stunt coordination, no?
right,
With
right,
the
right.
stunt coordination, you spoke before the shooting, how it's better to make the fight, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah,
And
exactly. You
and
like,
in the
I want to
same
go this way and not
in the
get
same
punched
way,
in the face. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, how to make a good simulation sex,
right,
or kiss, sometimes also rape, because
right,
sometimes
right.
we work also for
Yeah,
that.
people write that into scripts.
Mm.
Yeah,
And about the nudity, I don't know. Also in Italy, it's it's not easy. I think it's a big taboo everywhere, maybe, no?
no, no, taboos. It's the same in English, but what specifically is a taboo?
About
Sorry.
the nudity,
Yeah,
to show the nudity.
it's
Uh,
taboo in Italy.
Also, yes.
You guys love getting naked. I feel like when we go to the beach in Italy, everyone's
But
naked.
it's different in front of the camera.
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like it's so crazy because here, I feel like people in nudity here, it's like it's a big deal. They make it into a big deal. I feel like in Europe, every time I go to Europe or people will wear less clothes on the beach and it's fine. Like here, it's like you would have people complaining, going like, "I have kids here. You can't be wearing that bikini." It's like, or like, men in Europe wear a lot of Speedos. Men here don't really wear them. And if they do, like moms are covering their kids' eyes. So that's how I find it. But you don't find it like that in Italy? You think it's a little bit more buttoned up?
Yes, because for example, you spoke about the that in the US during the sex scene, or the performance are covered, and
Yeah,
also here, it's not easy to show
right.
the
What do
and
you think? What country like have you worked with like have you done a production in France? What European country do you think is like the most like freeing of the body?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think maybe because in my experience, I work just with US production directors
Right,
and performers and Italian and German. Um, and but I think enough. And I think it's also about the connection between the director and the cast members,
right,
and when the performance can trust about their director.
right,
So and when there is a real evolution of the character or the story, when it's very necessary to have the nudity in scene, I think
right.
that a good performance think that it's okay to be partial nudity or nudity in
Right,
front of
right.
the camera. But often they request that without a reason, no? And
Yeah, yeah,
so
no, exactly. You'd be like, so you can have your shirt off in this scene and be like, I'm playing tennis. Be like, yeah, no, we want you to be shirtless in this tennis scene. You're like, wait, why? But also that part of nudity, like to me, like like for example, like Borat, like have you've seen Borat, that movie with Sacha Baron Cohen?
no,
It's crazy,
not
but
yet.
like he's completely nude, like running through like a hotel, and like it's funny. So there's to me is like there's some really really funny things about doing that, especially if there's like if it's not a closed set. So like what about like big scenes like that where it's like there's a whole bunch of people around and people are naked and it's supposed to be a funny scene. It's like and you're a naked performer, so you're like, are people laughing at me? Or are they laughing with me? And it's different, no? Than just doing a
Yes,
sex.
it's different. I think it's always the communication stuff. It's important that all people, the performance, also the crew, all people involved in that
They
know.
have to know. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That like, Game of Thrones,
Hmm.
some of those scenes were very intense and naked. And I remember like reading an article about the woman who played Lena Headley, I think her name is. She's like, yeah, I didn't it was people were throwing food at her. And she's doing that walk of shame through the whole town with like hundreds of extras. And like I don't how you can't really rehearse that. You know what I mean? Like you can't do a whole reset. It's so expensive and timely that I guess you just have to trust like you just kind of do a walkthrough and go like people are being throwing I don't know where it's going to hit you, but like you're going to be naked in front of all these people getting food thrown at
Yeah,
you.
sometimes also in terms of the money, no,
Yeah, that's
um,
true.
it's more expensive. Don't do the preparation because
Yeah.
or the preparation helps the production
Yeah.
to have shooting as much as that
Yeah.
and
Wait,
safe.
so where in Italy are you? Sorry, I forgot to
In
ask you.
Roma,
Oh, the best. I've been to Rome. I've been to Naples. I went to Capri. Yeah, I love it. So
yes.
is it busy? So like is it busy in Rome right now for production?
Rome is the city of the audiovisual in Rome, in particular of the cinema and TV series. For example, for the commercial is Milan, for example.
Right, right.
But in this moment, yes, there are some productions, but we have a lot of problem with the actual government, so from 3 years ago, it's not a good period for our industry.
Right. No, no, it's same here. It's very similar here. Yeah.
So it's different. Respect than 5 years ago. It's very different.
Yeah, it's a big
I
difference.
I've been working in production department as a unit manager for 11 years,
Right.
and so I know very well also that helps me to do the
Yeah,
intimacy coordinator,
exactly.
of course. But before our system was very different than
Right.
now.
How did you get into intimacy coordinator? Like, how does it work? Like, let's just say, like, I want to be an intimacy coordinator. Like, what what do I have to do to
But
do that? Like, what's the training?
yes, it was very tough because in Italy there isn't training, and so I studied in UK in London with a school moving body art that they are they are a connection with the SAG-AFTRA, so my
Right, right,
course as accredited from SAG-AFTRA. So after the training, I studied for 1 year, and the theoretical part and the practical.
right.
And it's very funny, the practical part, because
I was just gonna say, like, what do they do? Like, all right, here we go. We're gonna have two people come in here. They're gonna do a simulated sex scene, and you're
yeah,
gonna walk them through it. Is that what it is?
yes, like
I would die. I would die, Domi, if I was doing that. I would lose my mind. It's
yes,
hard
because
not,
it's a very
sometimes it's
funny
hard not to
because
laugh, right?
yeah, yeah,
But
sometimes
you
yes.
also, yeah,
They teach you how simulated, how fix or hide a pillow between the
right.
bodies,
Yeah,
and how to distract the attention about that, and to do other movements with your arms, I don't know,
right,
and how simulated a kiss or oral stuff. So
right.
it, and that part of the course, of course, it was very funny also.
Well, yeah, because you have to go like during a kiss scene too. You're going like, all right, am I doing a French kiss or am I just doing a regular kiss? And then do you have to talk about that too? Like what type of kisses you're doing?
Yeah, so
Or is it just like you feel it out?
but I usually they use the French kiss, so real kiss.
Yeah, yeah,
Also
yeah.
because I think the kiss, it's the with the tongue, it's the most difficult stuff to simulate it. To
No,
simulate,
yeah,
I
you
think
can't.
the kiss, it's very difficult to simulate
Yeah,
that. Yes.
because they got to be okay with that
No,
too. You'd be
because
like, well, I don't.
it's a you covered with your hands. I don't know,
Yeah,
but you don't believe
no,
on that. No, it's
no, no, no. Yeah, I always wondered that with the intimacy coordinators with like the kissing. You're like, do we talk about like what kind of kissing are we doing here, or is it just like we're in a kiss, we're kissing passionately. We're gonna do what we do in the scene.
yes, and it's very very difficult for the performance. No, also maybe at 6 a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
To do a passionate kiss.
No,
It's
you're like, can we do this at like at 9? Can I have a couple glasses of wine and do this at like 10 p.m.? Yeah,
and
yeah.
I offer always the ment, but
Yeah, some people are like, yes, please. She'll have a mint, please. Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, the breath thing is. I've been in some scenes where I'm sure the other person was like, okay, well, this person smokes, so okay.
Yeah, also if the craft is not good on set, so it's
Yeah,
important.
no, that doesn't help either. No. Well, Domi, this was so great. Like I said, like I was so interested to talk to you, and especially, you being in Italy and working on Italian productions and finding out that you absolutely love working with American directors. I think that
Yeah,
it's
yes.
very nice to hear, because some of them are, not very nice, and others are great. I know sometimes we get like a bad rep going over to Europe and being like, "Hey, we're American. We can do whatever the fuck we want over here." But it's good to see like that, you can't. So that's great.
There's more competition in
Yeah,
America.
exactly. Exactly. Well, Dami, thank you so much for doing this We're Getting Naked podcast, and
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, ciao ciao.
Ciao.
Grazie. Ciao.
Join us every Tuesday for new episodes of We're Getting Naked.